Welcome to Pirates Digital Media and our pregame show as we wrap up this year's North Central Missouri College Classic with the final men's matchup of the weekend. Today, the 10-2 North Central Missouri College Pirates host the Fort Scott Greyhounds out of Kansas, who come in at 5-7 on the season. I'm Rick Cole. Great to have you with us today. And, this is a kind of a rare matchup. In digging through the recent NJCAA archives, we weren't able to find another men's game between Fort Scott and North Central Missouri. I talked to Jeremy Esri this morning. He doesn't remember playing that. So if one has happened, it's been a long time, and there's no modern record of it. So today may very well be the first time meeting, or at least the first in decades, between these two programs. Let's start today with the Fort Scott Greyhounds of Fort Scott, Kansas, NJCAA Division II, part of the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference. As we said, they're 5-7 entering today, and they've actually won back-to-back games coming into this Classic's final day. Yesterday, the Greyhounds beat Spoon River 73-68. Fort Scott shot an even 50% from the floor, hit 17 of 29 from the free throw line, and they dominated the glass. They were +8 in rebounds. They also forced 4 more turnovers than they committed. Earlier in the week on Monday, they edged Redlands 74-72 on the road, shooting 44%. This will be their final contest until they resume play on January 12th. Fort Scott has a dynamic scoring trio led by Noah Porter, a freshman, averaging 22.4 points a game, one of the top young scorers in the region. Jaden Hollis, also a freshman, 11.8 points per game, and Jaytwan Mike, a sophomore, 11.4 points per game. Let's take a look at how these two teams compare statistically in our tale of the tape, and then in just a moment we'll hear from Greyhound head coach Matt Glover. When you come into Trenton, Missouri for 2 games right before your Christmas break, what are you kind of trying to establish or build on from the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think we've battled and had a lot of road games that are right down there to the wire. And so just trying to execute and finish out on a high note and be able to play at a high level going into the break. And so our guys have that peace of mind and can come back with that confidence.
We all know that the Jayhawk Conference is pretty tough. How do you build for that? Because you'll continue to see great teams.
Yeah, anybody can beat anybody. And so we are teaching them just every single night the preparation of it and trying to come in and compete and not take any plays off, not take any days off.
Is there kind of a style that goes along with your conference?
I want to say there's one style. You see a little bit of everything. From Johnson County that has traditionally bigs that can do different things, step out, shoot, but also bang inside. And then you have teams like KCK that can get out and run and play out in the open court. So you're bound to see different styles. That's why we want to play different teams from different regions, so we're prepared for it and we're not it's not a surprise when we get into conference.
Well, I don't want to speak for Jeremy Esri, but I think that our scheduling teams like you and other teams from the Jayhawk, that's what we're trying to do also. So it should be a great matchup today, I would think, between the two of you. When you come to play Trenton, it's a pretty long trip. Do you have a game plan for that? Or is there something you'll do unusual for the weekend in Trenton?
Yeah, we usually go through and just make sure that the guys are prepared for the recovery. So we have our Normatec boots and we have everything set up at the hotel where, it's more so keeping them healthy, keeping them ready physically as well as mentally. But yeah, it's a quick turnaround. And so prepping these guys, they want to go on and play at the next level. Sometimes you have back-to-back, and when you get into that conference tournament, it's back-to-back games. So being able to survive and bounce back quickly, and the recovery starts right after that horn goes off on Friday, and already prepping for Saturday.
We talked about styles a little bit ago, but in general, don't give anything away, but in general, how would you describe your team's style offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I think just being able to adapt and adjust. We have a little bit more size this year, and so have a little bit more tools where we can play fast. We can also play slow, break it down in the half court and execute, and so get up and press. So I think that's been a pleasant surprise this year of just how much we can do or how much more we can do overall and be able to match up with different teams.
And finally, finish with this statement. In order to beat North Central, we have to what?
We have to take care of the ball. We have to make sure that our defensive rotations are on point every single possession, and they've been there. Jeremy's a hell of a coach. I've enjoyed getting to know him and just pick his brain on different topics, but knowing that they're not going to beat themselves. Not take any possessions off and just make sure that we take care of the ball.
And now we continue on our potentially award-winning pregame show, and we turn our attention to the Pirates of North Central Missouri College. Ranked number 15 nationally and on a 10-game winning streak, North Central enters today 10-2. Last night, the Pirates rolled past Neosho County 78-73. They led wire to wire, shot 41% overall, and held Neosho to just 35% shooting from the floor. The big guns were out last night for North Central. James Porter III, he's having a monster year. Last night, 18 points and 11 rebounds. Again, a double-double for him. Cam Bennett also had 18 points in the game, and Dang Gak added another 16 for North Central. Wednesday, the Pirates defeated Allen County 76-64 behind tough defense and 24 made free throws. North Central in that game led by 11 at half and never gave the lead back. Once today's Classic wraps up, the Pirates will roll right into a tough stretch next week. Tuesday at Highland, the Scotties won the first meeting of the season in the very first game of the year at Ketchum. Saturday, the Pirates will host Kansas City, Kansas. North Central won at KCK on November 15th, 82-75. And after the holiday break, a major test at Johnson County coming up January 7th. So the Pirates look to close out the Classic strong, push that winning streak up to 11 perhaps. Before we send you back to inside the Ketchum Center for the tip-off, we hear from North Central Missouri coach Jeremy Esri, reflecting on last night's impressive victory over Neosho County. Here's the coach. That's a good team.
They're good, and you know what? Just prayers and condolences out to them because they had three of really good players get hurt tonight, and you hate to see that. And you obviously don't want to win that way. You obviously want to win, but you know, with those guys getting out and the Weeks kid, you know, it's just sad to see. Kudos to Coach Schaefer, and I told him after the game, I thought they played super hard. I thought they played really, really hard when they could have easily, you know, just packed it in because, again, they had three of their leaders and all that stuff. So,
got to ask you about Cam Bennett, who didn't have a field goal in the first half, but yet he ends up, 18 points in the game.
Yeah.
He's special.
He's special, and, you know, he just had some that didn't hit and didn't roll, and he kept pushing and, you know, might have forced one or two, but Cam's our guy, and we got to have him rolling and all that stuff. And so, you know, he fought through and had a heck of a second half for us.
You got a chance to sit and watch Fort Scott. What's kind of the game plan for tomorrow?
I think their defense is really good, and Coach Houston always comes up with a great game plan, and so we'll follow what he does. But I think their defense is really good. Their point guard gets downhill phenomenally well, and they're just they got some bigs, they got some post players that score down low, and we haven't seen that too much this year. So we're gonna have to go against that and in a quick turnaround and see what we can do.
Scholarships make a big difference in the ability to attend school, whether you're a first-generation student, a normal matriculating traditional student, or an adult student who sat out or not been to college at all.
Should you have any questions, you can always contact the Financial Aid Office. We're located on the NCMC campus. You can reach us by phone at 660-357-6513, or you can email us at financialaid@mail.ncmissouri.edu.
Scholarships help immensely.
This is Jeremy Esri. The tip-off for our game is coming up next on Pirates Digital Media.
Live today from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri. It's the final game in the North Central Missouri College Classic. And today, the home team, North Central, takes on Fort Scott. The Greyhounds 5-7 and the Pirates 10-2. Hi, everybody. I'm Rick Cole. Ethan Shoup will be with us as well. In fact, let's talk to Ethan right now. It's not like we're trying to avoid you or anything. So welcome back. And I look at the matchup today, and I take a look at the two players that have the highest number of points in Division II. That would be Camden Bennett, who's number 1 in total points, and the young man from Fort Scott, Noah Porter, who is number 2 in total points.
Yeah, it should be a fun matchup between those two. I mean, Noah Porter is like a true big standing at 6'7". It'll be fun because both these teams score a lot of points, and even when Bennett didn't have a high-scoring game last game, North Central still found a way to score a lot of points.
That's an impressive that they're 1-2, but when you look at their averages, they are number 8 in Bennett's case and number 15 in Porter's case. But they've played the same amount of games, so I think it's a fair comparison when you look at total points for those two guys. It should be a good battle today.
Oh, totally.
We are here after the first game of the Classic has concluded with Spoon River beating Neosha 87-64. We'll tell you more about that. First, let's go down to Philip Wilson, who will introduce the starters.
Fort Scott Community College out of Fort Scott, Kansas, versus the Pirates from North Central Missouri College out of Trenton, Missouri. First, let's meet the starters for the Greyhounds. At guard, 5'8" sophomore, number 1, Jaden Hollis. At guard, 6' sophomore, number 3, J-Twan Mike. At guard, 6'2" sophomore, number 12, Marco Taft. At forward, 6'7" freshman, number 13, Noah Porter. And at forward, 6'8" sophomore, number 30, Cass Henry. The head coach for the Greyhounds is Matt Glover. Assistant coach is Caleb Legion. Now going on your feet for the starting lineup of the North Central Missouri College Pirates. At guard, 6'5", redshirt freshman from Quincy, Illinois, number 4, Camden Brown. At guard, 6'3", redshirt sophomore from St. Joseph, Missouri, number 5, Camden Bennett. At guard, a 5'9", redshirt freshman from Parksville, Missouri, number 10, Grant Red. At forward, a 6'4" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, number 23, James Porter III. And at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri, number 24, Dan Gatt. The head coach of the Pirates is Gary Esley, assistant coach is Demetrius Houston Jr. And managers Karen and Elijah Rose.
You have met the starters for both teams. Now let's tell you the starters on our Pirate Digital Media team. Riley Everett is our producer and overseeing everything today. Nick Stewart is our director with Beyonce Garibaldi on replays and graphics. Our camera crew, Luis Leon, John Godbout, Jorge Gomez, and Alvaro Alegria, all on cameras. Rick Cole and Ethan Shoup behind the mics for this game. It is a long stretch for the Pirates as they have played a number of games here in the past week. Plus, they go out and play on Tuesday, I think it is, at Highland, who they were defeated by earlier this year. So we'll see how much energy the two teams bring today in this final game of the Classic. Pirates are in red, and that's Grant Red with the basketball as North Central moves from the right side of the court to the left. Here's Bennett trying to get started right away. Had a little bit better start, Ethan, than he did yesterday.
Yeah, already a field goal. I think he went the first half last game without a field goal, but was still productive regardless.
Ended up yesterday with 18 points, but only 4 of 12 from the field. Now we'll see how the Greyhounds react. This is Noah Porter, the second most points in Division II. Outside, a look to J-Twan Mike. Back outside, it's the point guard Jaden Hollis, who's 5'7" and from Fort Worth. There's a little extra step, it looked like, as putting it up short was Cass Henry, and the Pirates want to push it. Dak, Porter the third, and Red again. Brown down to Gack. He's very good, very quick, and he's a good passer. He's one of the best rebounders in the nation. Red takes that shot, and it's off the mark. A 2-0 lead as we're just underway. Jaden Hollis getting it into the corner to Henry. Ball knocked loose by Red, still loose, and it's Porter the third that picks it up. Bennett, Gack, and Porter. 17 to shoot. Gack can hit that three. Bennett has it right in his wheelhouse and will have a chance to go to the foul line and shoot a couple of free throws. Our referees today in this matchup, Andrew Michael, Reed Buckstead, and Mason Schartz are the referees.
Both these teams get to the free throw line at a high percentage.
That one is hitting 77%. That's North Central, and Bennett. Talked about last year, he had 106 free throw attempts and made 100 of them. This year, he has shot, I believe it is 85 now. 87. He's hit 87 out of 101. So a couple there for Camden Bennett out of St. Joe, Missouri. Jaden Hollis underneath. He scoops it and scores.
And you heard Esri in the interview last game how these guards of Fort Scott get downhill so well, as you see there.
Hollis has started 10 of the 12 games for Fort Scott. Gack driving against Porter. That's also going to be a nice matchup, and taking the loose ball is Marco Taft. There's Hollis again, setting the tempo for the Greyhounds. Porter down low, knocked away from him, and Brown comes up with the Pirates' loose ball. Red to the baseline. Gack hit one early yesterday, and that went a little bit long. Swooping in is Jatwan Mike. Hollis yesterday, 22 points against Spoon River. The average is 11.8. Here's Porter. Taft driving. From the left three-point side, Cass Henry can't connect, and the Pirates have the basketball back again. Fairly decent crowd here today. They were a little slow getting in with the preliminary game going on. And, of course, all the football games that are on today.
Big championship game.
There's Bennett with a three, so he starts out on fire. Camden Bennett has the Pirates up here by 5.
And showing you why he is one of the nation's leading scorers right away.
Again, everything runs through Hollis, and waiting for the screen as Bennett had him. Cass Henry is a 6'8 sophomore. Porter, a 6'7 freshman. And finally, it'll be Hollis. And the rebound by the long arms of James Porter III. He has had yet another double-double in last night's game.
He was everywhere last night on the rebound.
And Bennett hits again. You know, I made a mistake yesterday in the post-game show. I asked Jeremy Redd to tell me more about Bennett, but it was really Porter III who had the big game for the Pirates yesterday. Back in a moment after this timeout.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
Pickles. It worked! Buckets. Now that's a tomato. Sheboygan.
The answer is Sheboygan.
They match. P-E-Z-O-L. Bottom row.
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
And Cam Bennett, Rick, after a slow start last game, already has 9 points, all 9 points for North Central. And he's taking advantage of the smaller guards of Fort Scott, and he scored at all 3 facets already at the line, behind the arc, and driving.
3 of 3 from the floor. And yesterday, as we said, he struggled 4 of 12 for the entire game. He got through yesterday shooting 9 of 11 at the foul line, which is pretty normal for him. So the Pirates out quickly against Fort Scott. The Greyhounds are coached by Matt Glover. The assistant is Caleb Ligon. And as we said in the pregame show, and you've mentioned a couple of times, on average, Fort Scott is outscoring North Central 88.4 to 85.8.
Yeah, they know how to get downhill and score baskets. They also do allow a lot of points per game.
I just don't think that we're going to shut them out. You know what I'm saying? Down low, it's Taft. Cross court, and a look for Henry. Still can't really hit anything right now, and the Pirates will have the basketball back as Fort Scott is 1 of 5 from the floor. The Pirates 3 of 6. Gack handling the basketball with them overplaying red. Jaquan Mike has red. Bennett and Brown. Cam Bennett looking on every possession, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play. Camden Bennett, about as hot as you can get right now, 4 for 4 with a chance at a free throw. He's already hit 2.
And using his physicality against a smaller Hollis at 5'8", getting to the line again, and it's been all Bennett here for North Central.
First foul for Hollis, and the three-point play completed by Bennett. He's averaging 23.9 a game and shooting 44% for the season coming in. Taft gets by Porter, only to run into Gack and hit the shot.
That's a tough shot to get over the arms of Dane Gack. Nice job by Marco Taft.
He is from Hong Kong, so they have an international flavor on this team. Bennett, why not? And that one is his first miss, and right there for the rebound is the 6-foot Jaquan Mike. Ball movement kind of forced by necessity. Porter gets his first look and can't get that one to go down.
And North Central's doing a good job keeping Porter, not letting him get good touches.
They have Noah Porter on the Fort Scott roster, and we have James Porter on the Pirate roster. And that's James that goes in. James Porter can't hit it, and one more time, it's Noah Porter that's there. Excuse me, that's Jaquan Mike that hit it. And then back the other way quickly. The shot good, and again, back into the ball game a little bit after the shot by Taft. Red splitting defenders, and blocked. David Boone got the block on Bennett, and right back comes Jaden Hollis with a chance to get a little bit closer over Red, and Grant Red is going to get called for the foul there.
It's fun watching these guards for Fort Scott attack the rim so aggressively.
So going to the line is Jaden Hollis. As we mentioned, he went 9 of 12 against Spoon River yesterday in picking up 22 points. 2 for 3 from behind the three-point line. There's the foul down on the baseline. Our replay director tonight is Beyonce Garibaldi. And a couple of free throws there for Hollis. He has 4 points. Red to Brown. Gack on top. Things kind of run through Gack when he's on top. Brown couldn't get it, and swooping in again for the rebound, Devin Boone. And Boone is able to clear that board. Right back to Hollis. Now Porter and Boone can't get that one, and Gack is there for the rebound. We're talking about national stats. How about Dan Gack? He is number 1 in total rebounds. Excuse me, number 4 in total rebounds. Number 1 in defensive rebounds in the country. And that's a turnover on North Central. That is their first of the game, while Fort Scott has 2. Pirates aren't going to press this time. Kalen Stride is in to meet the ball handler. Hollis and Porter. The 2 Porters facing each other at the Fort Scott offensive end. There's Porter with 3.
Nice behind the little hook pass. You draw 2 defenders with him.
And that's just his second three-pointer of the year. He's now 2 for 7, so he doesn't get a lot of points from behind the arc, but he does shoot 60% from the floor. Gack, has an advantage here over the point guard, switching up on him, and he's able to turn and score on Jaden Hollis. So Dang Gak gets his first 2 points. 3-point lead for North Central. The cutter through is Devin Boone, and now Hollis goes to work. Kicks it out to Boone. James Porter there for the rebound. 14-11, North Central leads, coming to the 12-minute mark. We'll have immediate timeouts on the next dead ball. Straight touches the ball. Brown, and they're going to call a foul on Fort Scott here as Jatwan Mike was trying to fight through a screen and ends up holding the defender, and that is how the immediate timeout is brought about. We will take a timeout as well. 11:54 to go, first half, and the Pirates by 3.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it, like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy, or the Wrens with their drama-free plot, tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time, while the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Jeremy Esri in one huddle and Matt Glover in the other huddle. As you take a look at Fort Scott, out of Fort Scott, Kansas, they are 5-7, an NJC Division II team, and they're again out of that impressive Jayhawk Conference. Dave Weimers is their athletic director. Pirates out to a fast start, but Fort Scott right there. They have made you can't call it a comeback at this early stage, but they were down early and they have rallied to get to within 3. The Pirates, however, have the basketball with Brown to throw it in. Bennett's not shooting from there. Brown to the side. Talon Holt new into the game, takes the basketball and can't quite get it to go. He has not had great luck shooting, has he?
No, I mean, he's getting to the spots he wants to, just hasn't gone his way.
Just hasn't gotten the touch. Taft down to the baseline, shut down by Brown. Porter kicking it cross court to Hollis. Drive baseline, and it goes right into the hands of Talon Holt, and the Pirates run. Porter, Holt, who does not fear anybody going down the lane. He will go hard every time. Bennett, long one. And a little bit short, bounces into the hands of Marco Taft. Taft averages just 2.5 rebounds a game. However, he's got to have well past that already. And the long shot by McKayan Hastings, just in, a sophomore from Arlington, Texas. Straight. Brown got his defender up in the air a little bit. Finds Holt open. Perfect.
Boom.
So Talon Holt, his first points. 5 points yesterday, but 6 rebounds for Holt off the bench. Pirates stretch the lead to 6. Hollis drawing those defenders. He's got 4 of them around him, and he still found a way to wiggle free.
I don't know how he got through.
I don't either. So 6 for sophomore Jaden Hollis. Porter the third on the outside, and Bennett, who's had such a big start to this game. Halfway through, and Bennett scores yet again. He has 14 points.
And again,
make it 13.
yeah, again taking advantage of that mismatch.
I was right the first time. I've got him down for 14. and the problem is that I trying to use my fingers to count, and I ran out of fingers.
Too many points.
Look at that drive. Didn't get it to go, but boy, he sure is quick down the lane. And here comes Porter for the Pirates, guarded by Porter for the Greyhounds. Brown, Holt firing. Hit one a moment ago. Porter on the offensive boards. So you give him the points, but also another rebound, and that's where he is really, really good. He's number 4 in the nation in offensive rebounds, total number of offensive rebounds. Pirates pull away a little bit here. In the collision, they're going to call an offensive foul on Porter. What do you think? Because he kind of stuck his butt out, or because he was bending over? Why did he get it looked like the defender ran right into him to me. What do you think?
I think maybe Taft might have pushed Cam Brown into Porter.
Could be. That's the way the referees saw it. And there's not going to be a timeout here. So we will keep it here. Gack to Zachary Kerr, who's in, number 12. Gack working hard down low against Cass Henry, only to leave Z open on the top. And Zachary can't hit that one. And Fort Scott comes back the other way. They trail by 8 here with 8:38 to play in the first half. At the half, we'll have the dance wave, and also redshirt basketball player Xander Salas from Green City will be our guest. Three-pointer on the way, and in the corner trying to save it is Taft, but right to the Pirates.
And that's what you want to do for North Central. Force them to take a lot of threes. They don't shoot it very well. They like to attack with guards, but if you can make them shoot the three.
Kerr dishes to Strite, and 2 for him. Now that's a nice combination. Both of them are excellent passers. We saw Strite last night make a couple of dandy passes.
Yeah.
But Kerr is equally as good. Highland's trying to make something good happen here. It's Cass Henry stepping outside. And the tipped rebound right to Gack. Dang taking a look. Kerr to Bennett. Bennett draws the defenders, only to give it right back, and Gack inside leaves it short. Fort Scott wants to run. Hollis again leads the attack. And travel is going to be on Fort Scott. So now it looks like we're ready for a media timeout. 7:19 to play in the quarter. Another replay looking at that shot as we go to break here on Pirates Digital Media. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include Pettijohn Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Pirates in the middle of a long stretch of games here at home. We'll have more basketball for you coming up on Saturday. It's a mixed doubleheader. We'll tell you more about that as we go. The Pirate men will be playing KCK next Saturday afternoon. The women will be playing Neosho. We'll have both ends of the doubleheader here on Pirates Digital Media.
Yeah, they're kind of playing like a baseball schedule. So many games in short amount of days, but baseball.
I was thinking NBA maybe, but
yeah.
And speaking of that, the Pirates are wearing red uniforms as John Neff comes across midcourt. You know how NBA teams have about 8 different uniforms now, and you never know what you're going to get? Home teams used to always wear white all the time. There's Gack. He has 4 points. And Dang Gack, who averages almost 14 a game, has 4 so far.
It's like the NHL. I like the color at home.
Yeah, I do too, kind of. The NFL does that for the most part. Pass across the lane, knocked away, trying to get it into Porter, and Porter sneaks his way in for another basket. He has 5. So Noah Porter, good for Fort Scott. Strite, Gack, now Neff. So Corey Kerr is out there as well, and Talon Holt, foul against Fort Scott. It should be a free throw or two coming up here, not yet in the bonus.
You don't see John Neff, take many shots or
You're right.
attack the rim a lot, so that's good to see.
I think that we're seeing Jeremy Esri go through his bench a little bit because of all the games that they've had. They had basically amounted to a scrimmage against the Quincy JV on Sunday last week. Then they came back and had a very tough game against Allen County. Last night it was Neosho. Today Fort Scott, and then Tuesday Highland. So they've got them stacked up here.
If you watch that Neosho game, those teams going for the rebounds, that was something. I mean, very exhausting just watching.
John Neff has a couple of free throws made here, and there's going to be a foul here. And it looks like the Pirates, will they be in the 1-and-1 yet? It looks like they were just indicating the foul was against Neff, number 11. I thought they were saying we're going to shoot 1-and-1. Look at that screen. Hollis pitches to the corner, and that one is dead solid, perfect by Miles McGonigal. McGonigal is a freshman, and he doesn't score a lot, but he gets a big one here to make it a 10-point game. Jack hesitating, driving. Boy, he ran into a bunch of Greyhounds underneath, and you can kind of draw a name out of a hat right here. Looks like it's going to be on Noah Porter. So Porter has a second foul. That is something to consider here. Do you take your big scorer out at this point? Looks like they will.
There's a lot of basketball left. Give him some rest as well.
And they're going to leave him in. And coming out is Xavier January, who is in for just a brief time. Right back in is starter Marco Taft, number 12. So Porter stays in, a little bit of a gamble here by head coach Matt Glover. And 1 of 2 for Dak. The lead 11 for North Central. Porter had to chase that one down a little bit high. Nice drive with the left hand getting it. That's Marco Taft, who has half a dozen. Talon Holtz attacking again. 3 defenders in his way, and he loses the ball, but it's because it was knocked out of bounds. No, he got a foul, it looks like. Going to go to, they said 10. Nope, that's 13. They give the foul to Porter, and that is number 3 on him. So the gamble to leave him in, nobody going to the scorer's table yet.
Right.
And Holt will have 2. Now off the bench, right. Xavier January back in. Well, that's unfortunate for Porter, who will pick up his 3rd foul with 5:26 remaining in the first half. And another one for Holt. So Talon Holt has 6 in the game. Pirates stretch the lead to a 10 once again. It was 11 a moment ago. Taft nowhere to go against Holt, but found a way again.
That had a great move, just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, a couple of times now they've been able to get to the rim with some nice footwork, but not able to get the basket. Yak is the lone remaining starter on the floor for the Pirates. Tied up inside Kerr, and it's a jump ball that will go to Fort Scott.
You know what, the rule is on a jump ball, how long it has to be held up?
Apparently not very long.
Not very long.
I think just the progress is halted when both players have possession. I think probably is the way. That's a great question. We'll have to ask our athletics writer, Nate Gammett, who does a ton of refereeing at very high levels. There's another one for McGonigal.
How about McGonigal coming off the bench and hitting 2 threes right away?
27% from the three-point line, but only averaging 3 points a game. And a nice pass by Holt to a cutting strike. 4 points for Kalen. Pirates now by 9. Boy, those 3-pointers can cut into a lead real quick, can't they?
Oh, yeah.
Hollis had nowhere to go, had to go out to Taft, and now reset with 12 to shoot. Once again, posting up. And an offensive foul as Devin Boone used his off arm to hook the defender. So, with 3:49 to play in the first half, the Pirates have run their lead up here a little bit, and we'll take a media timeout on Pirates Digital Media here late in the first half.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Meeker. Reach out to your high school counselor. They're going to be made aware of any scholarship opportunities within your community. Additional resources for scholarships are Missouri Scholarship Central. That's actually a portal that you can create an account with. Based on your profile, it will actually send scholarship opportunities to your email that are tailored to your profile. As they add scholarship opportunities all throughout the year, you're going to receive emails when those opportunities apply to your profile.
The Pirates against Fort Scott. Greyhounds and Pirates go at it here. We want to remind you that Pirates Digital Media live telecasts are also simulcast on YouTube at Pirates Digital Media Live and on Facebook at Pirates Digital Media. Our athletic website is ncmcpirates.com. Well, the Pirates got out to a fast start. Fort Scott closed a little bit, but now that lead has been hovering right around 9, 10, 11 points as the Pirates kind of keep Fort Scott at bay, and all of the starters return for Jeremy Esri and the Pirates. A travel along the baseline, they're calling it?
Yeah, he lost his footing trying to, and the ball's going out of bounds, and he slipped with the ball in his hands, falling away.
So I think in tennis they call that an unforced error, right?
I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. Maybe a little slippery.
So the red turnover gives the ball back to Fort Scott. 5 is Boone. Hollis you're very familiar with by this point, handling the basketball. Taft has been a force and handles the ball here. 6 to shoot, and it looks like James Porter is going to get the foul. Well, the story of this game here early is the foul trouble for Noah Porter, their leading scorer at 22.5 points a game. They left him in with 2 fouls. About a minute later, he picked up his 3rd, and now he's on the bench. Nice turnaround. Brown nearly had the rebound, but Gack has it knocked to him. At halftime, the Dance Wave will be with us, and also we'll be visiting with Xander Salas. Good pass to Brown. He wanted to dunk it, but up near the rim with him was Marco Taft. We've seen that move before.
A very similar play like that against Allen County, I believe. He finished that. Finished the one against Allen County, but gets to the line here.
That foul is going to be charged to Taft and is his first. Fort Scott has 9 team fouls. And Brown will have another one. Cam Brown is shooting 68% from the line on a team that shoots 77%, and that's a pretty high team rate. On the other hand, Fort Scott shoots 64% as a team, and that's not up to the norm, really. You don't see teams. They're usually around 70%. Brown's first point, by the way, is that free throw. Hollis and Boone. Taft left open, and the lefty can't quite hit that one. Bennett to Brown. He finds that angle again, but can't hit the shot. Still alive. Shot clock, I think, well, it doesn't reset, but there are still 21 seconds to shoot. Hollis, again, will get it right back from Taft.
Here's an opportunity for Fort Scott to get some momentum before half, but
Steal by Brown. He's going to take it in again and doesn't hit that one. Has a chance at a follow, but they're going to wave it off and say he had not started shooting by the time he was fouled by Marco Taft. Now that's 3 on Taft, right? Nope, 2nd on him.
going back to what you said earlier, like what point in a game was when you have your best player in foul trouble, do you just say, I don't care if he fouls out, we need him in?
Well, I have a couple of thoughts on that. Let's watch Brown shoot the free throw here. I guess the first one is that if you're playing the number 15 team at their place, you take your shot while you can, and you can't afford to let the game get away. So that might have been a thought. And you never know. Maybe Matt Glover knows that Porter is pretty good at staying out of foul trouble once he's backed to a corner. So, but it's kind of an academic point now because he did pick up the foul, and he is on the bench.
It's definitely a hard situation.
Hollis. Yeah, that's why they get paid the big bucks. Even at the JUCO level, right? I can hear every JUCO coach in America laughing. 25 in the game is McGonigal. 30, banking it in, is Cass Henry, and that's his first point, the 6'8 sophomore. There is Matt Glover. McGonigal taking it away. Driving down hard is Aaron Levy, and Levy goes hard and lost it out of bounds, but that's a little bit of a spark. Both teams have got to be feeling it a little bit, I would think, in the legs here, going as hard as they have in the first half after playing less than 24 hours ago. Pirates have used almost everybody off the bench. Bennett can't get that one, and he has cooled off since that quick start. He has 14 points.
I think that is Boone's 4th rebound.
And Hollis hits it, and he'll have a chance to go to the line and add a 3rd point. But he is fun to watch. First of all, at 5'7", he is the ultimate underdog, I think, when you watch him play. We talked about 22 against Spoon River last night. He had 2 3-pointers out of 3 attempts, but hit 9 of 12 overall, and he may have been shaken up a little bit. They're going to give him a second to walk that off. Had a solid game against Redlands earlier this week with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. So the total for him will stay at 8 points. Bennett guarded by Levy. Brown picked up by McGonigal, and outside the 3 by Red. Might have hit something above the rim there, but they didn't call it, and Fort Scott comes the other way. Hollis again in the middle of it all, and it bounces off a leg into the hands of Gack eventually. Porter, Gack, and Bennett now going in, and draws the foul. He puts the ball down on the floor and sticks his nose toward the basket, and all of a sudden it seems like the entire team collapses on him.
And it seems like every other drive he's getting to the line.
A couple of fouls now on Jaden Hollis. And 2 free throws for one of the best around, Cam Bennett. Like I said, one of the best around. Bennett taking time to get set, subs coming in, and it's going to be Hollis checking out with 2 fouls. And McKayan Hastings is in. He had 3 last night against Spoon River. So Bennett hits 1 of 2 and is up to 15 points in the game. Hastings across midcourt. Pirates looking to trap. Backing in. Nowhere to go for Henry. And McGonigal has been launching them at will, and he hits another one.
Wow.
So 3 3-pointers by McGonigal off the bench, and that has really kept Fort Scott in.
He's provided an incredible spark for this Greyhound team.
5-point difference with just seconds left in the half. It's Red taking his time, squaring up, won't go, ball comes loose, and that's the way the half will end. 34-29. The Pirates lead it here, but it's been a very entertaining first half. A lot of athleticism being displayed, and I'll tell you what, there's some pretty good shooters and defenders out there as well, as the Pirates lead it by 5 here. The Dance Wave is on deck here. They'll be coming out and performing for a few moments, and then after that we'll have our chat with Xander Salas, the redshirt men's basketball player for North Central Missouri College. So we're getting ready for the Dance Wave. They're ready as well. Let's watch the Dance Wave.
They'll be dancing to Dancing to Take It, choreography by Coach Stephanie. Let's hear it for your CMC Dance Wave and your team Dance Wave.
And leading scorers for tonight's game so far, we have Jaden Hollis and Miles McGonnell with 8 points apiece. And on the North Central side, Cam Bennett, after a fast start, has 15, and Gak is following him with 5.
Fans, remember the Holiday Hoops High School Tournament starts here in the Ketchum Center on December 19th. Come out and see some high school basketball from around the region, and also you can watch it here on Pirates Digital Media. Our guest at the break is Xander Salas. He's a redshirt basketball player from Green City, and you'll want to pay attention because he has done some pretty impressive things at the high school level. At the break, it's Xander Salas who joins us here, redshirt as a freshman. And how's your mentality as a redshirt? You have to think about things a little differently?
Yeah, for sure. Differently from how it was in high school, you know. Always being a starter and just getting to play every game, you know. Just having a little bit of a different mindset. You know, the goal stays the same, like growing every day, getting better. And, you know, when I talked to Coach E, when I made the decision to redshirt, I just told him, like, you know, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make the team better this year. Not only this year, but, you know, set myself up for success in the future years as well. So,
have you picked specific areas that you want to improve in?
Yeah, we talked a lot about turnovers, you know, getting the turnovers down, like 1 a game, 0 a game, you know. The assist to turnover ratio has to be really solid as a point guard especially. And then just being able to guard, pick up full court and guard the best players, the fastest players. Even though at times I might not be the tallest or strongest, I still got to be able to guard them. So
Yeah.
those are probably the main two.
A significant jump to college, I would imagine.
Definitely.
You played at Green City, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, want to make sure I had that right.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just basketball. You were super successful, it sounds like, in a number of sports.
Yeah, yes, sir. I played baseball and basketball, growing up all through high school. And it was always with the same guys, which was cool. So
That must be fun.
In like 5th grade, I got to Green City. So since then, I played baseball, basketball with all the same guys. And we were really successful. I had 2 teammates go on to play college baseball.
Oh, nice.
And then when I was younger, we had a D1 track athlete on our basketball team, so he's just dunking everything, which is pretty unusual in Class 1 basketball.
That's amazing. Was that a lot of fun?
It was super fun to play with him. And, I grew up playing with him, AAU basketball and everything. We moved to Green City around the same time, so yeah, we're still really close to this day, but it's been cool.
Right.
It was cool to play.
Is it similar when you get out to practice with the Pirates, that a lot of talented people out there?
For sure. It's a lot different than high school, especially my high school, because, everyone makes the team, so you basically just sign up and you get to play. But, these people really want to be there, and everyone's working to get better. Everyone's in the gym, even outside of practice, and it's cool to be around all the guys, the super talented guys, and, super athletic. So, yeah, it's a lot different, but in a good way, for sure.
What I always found was that you were around people that were committed to that program.
Definitely.
And sometimes, in high school, I know, as you do too, that you don't always have that level of commitment. What's it like to throw yourself into that environment?
Yeah, I think it's good for me. I always enjoy being around people that I thought loved the game as much as I did. And, being here, you can see that in everyone a little bit, just how much they really want to get better. And they're not just about themselves, but they're about the team too. So, and everyone here wants to win, so it's a good environment to be a part of.
Yeah. Tell me about school. What are you doing in school? What do you want to? What kind of degree do you want to get, and where do you want to take that degree?
Yeah, right now I'm just doing my associate in arts transfer degree, so just getting the gen eds out the way. I've kind of taken some health sciences based classes because I'm interested in the healthcare field. Nothing super specific, but I've always kind of saw myself as a natural leader, so I'd be interested in doing some kind of leadership roles, maybe involved in a hospital or clinics or something like that. So still a little bit undecided, but
we've mentioned you're from Green City. Tell us about your family there.
Yeah, my family. So my mom went to high school in Green City.
Okay.
Her dad is a farmer, so my grandpa. And yeah, he's a big farmer, and they've always lived in Green City. Yeah, my mom went to high school. My dad he was born in California, grew up in Denver, Colorado.
Good for him. That's a good place to be from. I'm a native Coloradoan.
Right. So yeah, my grandparents still live out there. And yeah, he grew up playing all the sports, He played baseball and basketball just like me. I think he played a little football too. He played college baseball at William Jewell.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, and my mom.
That's where I was a broadcaster for 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, what year did you graduate?
I'd have to ask you,
we'll go look for that guy.
Yeah.
All right,
him and my mom both went there, and they met there, and they got married in '99, and so and then kind of from there they moved to Kansas City, and they had us. I have 3 siblings, so an older sister, a younger sister, and an older brother, and they're all kind of doing their own thing right now, and we all grew up right outside of Kansas City, and Liberty is where we lived for a little bit, and then we moved to Green City, and I went to school there starting in 5th grade. We all went to school there, so it was cool. It was always busy, everyone's always doing something.
Right. Well, speaking of busy, we know college athletes, that's kind of their job.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got class, which is another part of your job. But what do you like to do when you find a few minutes in the day that are free?
Yeah, I enjoy music a lot. So,
what are you listening to right now?
Yeah, listening to, I like rap, but I kind of like it all, so. Yeah. I listen to a lot of Rod Wave, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Mavi just dropped a new album. My brother likes him a lot. So me and my brother have a similar music taste. And it's a thing in our family. Everyone wants to go to concerts and stuff. So that was always fun.
Okay, but the way you answered that question, it almost sounds like maybe you're involved in music in another way other than a fan.
Yeah. So all of my family members, my mom played the flute in college. So she was elite flutist.
An elite flutist.
Yeah, and I played the trumpet and the drums. My brother played the drums. Both of my sisters played the flute.
Get out of here.
So yeah, we all, besides my dad, I think we're all musically gifted in a way.
Right. I would think so. Hey, what do you want to do with that gift? I mean, it is a gift.
Right, yeah. After high school, I guess it's kind of passed on, but, I still enjoy listening to music a lot.
Yeah.
And me and my brother will mess around sometimes having fun, just make songs or something like that with our friends. So, because my brother, he has a real, ear for music. He can just play the piano, and you can play a song and he'll start playing it on the piano. So
that is a gift.
Yeah,
that's
for
a
sure.
real gift. Okay, you're going to be here this year and hopefully 2 more years. What's the thing that maybe Trenton people need to know about you that hasn't been apparent to this point?
Yeah, I would say as far as basketball goes, just that I want to win. And, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm teammate first always, team first. And, I'm the guy to dive on the loose balls. I'm not afraid of anyone. So, just basically want to win. And off the court, anyone can come talk to me. I feel like I'm pretty friendly, approachable. So
right. It's that leadership thing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Xander, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming in and doing this.
Yeah, thanks.
And we're looking forward to seeing you when you get on the floor full time, but
Sure.
keep building those skills, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment with more halftime here from the Ketchum Community Center. Thanks to Xander Salas for joining us on At the Break. I'm Rick Cole along with Ethan Shoup. As you see, the Pirates are leading it here by 5, but it was a much bigger lead at one point.
Yeah, I mean, a couple big three-pointers from Miles McDonald, and then they really held their own rebounding. It's 17 rebounds for North Central. Fort Scott has 16. Hasn't given North Central a lot of second-chance looks, which they really capitalize on those. So done a good job rebounding the ball for the Greyhounds.
Well, let's take a look at some of the team stats here, and you can see that the Pirates, well, maybe you can't see it here, but they got off to a fast start. But being down by 11 or 12 did not shake Fort Scott at all. The Greyhounds come right back, and they make it a 5-point game here at the half. Can you take a look at 1 or 2 of the leading scorers and any other noteworthy stats we've got?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to talk about Jaden Hollis and how he has 8 points tonight, and it's been really effective driving the ball and finding open players with 2 assists. And then Camden Bennett, already with 15 points, started the game on a 12-0 run himself, scoring the first 12 points for North Central.
So we have come through the first 20 minutes at halftime here. We will take yet another break. And when we come back, it'll be time for the second half on Pirates Digital Media.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens with their drama-free plot, tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Well, remember, coming up next weekend, we'll have a men's and a women's game. I guess I should rephrase that. Women will be first, followed by the men. Neosho comes in to face the women, and the men will be playing Kansas City, Kansas. So, again, a couple more Jayhawk teams will be here, as the Pirates, if you don't recognize it, are an independent, while Fort Scott and KCK, Neosho, they're all part of that Jayhawk conference in Kansas, which is so good. So
it's very fun when we play Jayhawk teams.
Yeah, it is, and they are competitive. Can you imagine just beating up on each other night after night?
That's a grueling conference.
It really is. Pirates are back out onto the floor, so are the Greyhounds, and let's see what the second half brings here from the Ketchum Community Center. Red with the basketball to a high-posted Gack. He's looking at Porter down low, who got bumped out a little bit and seems to be okay. Here's Red driving. And now Bennett, who is the star of the first half, especially early on, starts again just where he left off and has another 2 points. 17 now for Bennett. Hollis has been the main man for Fort Scott. He's going to draw a foul, and let's see if they'll send him to the line. It's a pushing call, and he will get a couple of free throws out of it. So the foul goes against Cam Bennett. For Pirate fans, that's good news, since the young man you see making the shot right there only has one in the game.
I want to point out Noah Porter not in to start the second half with 3 fouls.
Right, good point, good catch on that. And tell the story about what happened to him in the first half.
Yeah, he got in foul trouble pretty early. He had 2 fouls. The coach decided to keep him in because he's an excellent scorer. And then he got his third and subbed him out, and haven't seen him since.
9 points for Hollis, and did we just turn it over there? Yeah. We certainly did. So the Pirates turn it over, and they give Fort Scott the ball on the baseline. In this situation, the play clock, there's football talk. The shot clock is at 20 seconds. No question about it, Hollis is where the river flows. Nice job making some space for himself, and Marco Taft has scored 8, but he's been much bigger than that.
Yeah, he showed some impressive post moves, be able to get to the basket.
Pirate offense looking to get on track a little bit here early on, despite the Bennett make. And look, here's a steal again. Taking it away is J-Twan Mike. Oh, he almost lost it. He thought he was fouled, but it goes through for his first points of the game. Brown trying to answer. Nice rotation as he pops it in for his first field goal.
I believe that's their second made three-point shot of the night, of the afternoon.
Hollis and Red to the baseline. Now the drive by Cass Henry. It won't go in. And offensive board. Taft looking to put it away. And a foul on the red-clad Pirates today. So again, if you're not familiar with how these things work, Pirates last night wore their home uniforms. So today, since we don't have overnight laundry, they wear a visiting uniform. We've got a couple different ones.
I like the all-red look.
Do you?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite color here at North Central, the red.
Taft will have another one. And Fort Scott on the opposite side, they wore black uniforms yesterday. Again, they don't do laundry overnight, and so they're wearing their homes today. It's kind of a standard thing. Taft hits the free throw. Marco has 9 points now. And the lead is just 4 for North Central. Red, you could use a bucket, and Red supplies just that. So Grant Red's first points of the night. He's a transfer from Lindenwood, and to be honest with you, I didn't realize that until we sat down and talked. Lindenwood is big-time basketball. That's Division I
program, yeah.
They weren't always that way. They were an NAIA team for a long time, then Division II, and they've just been progressing up the ladder. Wow. Cass Henry hits a 3 there. But Red was a freshman redshirt last year, so he has 2 years of eligibility here at North Central. And he has fit right in as our starting point guard. Mid-range jumper, James Porter, the third. Pirates by 5 here, just 2 minutes and change into this second half. Hollis again, picked up by Bennett. Now it's Brown and Hollis. The penetration and the pitch to the corner, but it won't go for Boone, and it's Brown for the Pirates. Gack had some defenders off balance a little bit, but he can't score it, so now as they wrestle for the basketball, a foul is going to be on Fort Scott, and it's going to be Devin Boone, the young man from Dallas, Texas.
Dan Gack has some of the best footwork I've seen in a post.
And again, it's a remarkable story because he came out of Oak Park High School and really wasn't that polished. Pirates worked with him, and he contributed off the bench last year, but he has taken gigantic strides this year. His team in Oak Park, though, was pretty darn good. They were 72-18 when he was there with a Final Four appearance in Missouri. Wow, nice steal in the corner by J21 Mike, and he sets Fort Scott up for the break, and all the way in for the layup, Devin Boone, his first points. And it's a three-point game as Fort Scott, very competitive. We said we knew we weren't going to shut them out.
No, not at all.
And they have proven that they can score with anybody. And that one's behind Bennett, another error. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jeremy take a timeout here, and it looks like he will. So a short timeout coming as the Pirates have squandered a couple of opportunities, and Fort Scott has not wasted any time at all. At North Central Missouri College, our president is Dr. Lenny Claver, and our athletic director, Nate Gammett. The NCMC Foundation director is Alicia Endicott. It is a full timeout here, and the Pirates will take that as we take a timeout as well on Pirates Digital Media.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College.
Hello, I'm Dr. Lenny Claver, the president at North Central Missouri College. We're a growing college. Our reason for growth and success and the satisfaction of our students, as well as our faculty and staff, is based on something we call uncommon attention. We pride ourselves on providing uncommon attention to our students, and our faculty have bought into that. And I'll just tell you one thing, it works.
Remember, our game here this afternoon will be available immediately on demand, and I might point out that it's free also for you folks in the Jayhawk Conference. You can watch the live games and the archive games at piratesdigitalmedia.com. I'm kind of hung up on that deal. I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but our games are free.
They can't beat free.
Well, this has turned into an interesting challenge for North Central. They had a double-digit lead at parts of the first half, down to a 5-point lead at halftime, and now it's Fort Scott. If they can hit a long one, they can tie it up here.
And a couple self-inflicted wounds from North Central to start the half, 3 turnovers.
You know, I go back to when Red turned the ball over trying to get it in bounds when he slipped. That's kind of where, late in the half, it seems to have stemmed from that point.
And we talked about it earlier, playing a lot of games, and when you're physically tired, you lose mental focus as well.
Right. Bennett is charged with a foul. That's 2 on him. Foul trouble for Fort Scott. We have yet to see their leading scorer, Noah Porter, come back into the game after he picked up 3 in the first half. And also 2 fouls on Jaden Hollis, and this is going to be a turnover on Fort Scott. Hollis is going to stay in the backcourt. He'll guard Red here as they bring the pressure up.
And Monagle into the game, who's hit 2 3-pointers and only down 3. Fort Scott maybe looking to get him the ball.
Yeah, he was a big reason they were able to come back and make a stretch here. And that's a flush at the rim by Camden Brown. Let's see how that affects North Central. Hollis trying to answer. Taft has been very good in this game. He goes up against the taller Dengak and slips by him. The southpaw shot won't go in, but he's got another opportunity, and look at that. He created his own shot.
Just so
Boy,
crafty.
Gotta love that. 11 for him now. He averages just 4 per game, and he's having a big one today. It is a 3-point game once again. Brown has Hollis on him. Let's see if he tries to take advantage. Porter backing in. McGonigal is right there, and they feed across to Webb, and he gets it to go. Again, not a guy that's going to score a lot. Averaging 6.3 points a game. He really distributes the ball well, averaging almost 3.5 assists a game. Hollis, he is slippery as well, and that one knocked into the hands of Rhett. Let's see what he can do here as he runs the middle of the floor. Pitches to Gak.
Nice.
Gak comes up with the transition and the dunk. And now it's time for Matt Glover to take a timeout. There you see the dunk a couple of moments ago by Camden Brown. So a timeout here is going to be a short one turned into a full one, and that means we will take a timeout of 1 minute or possibly less. We'll see, and we'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Maker. Reach out to your high school counselor. They're going to be made aware of any scholarship opportunities within your community. Additional resources for scholarships are Missouri Scholarship Central. That's actually a portal that you can create an account with. Based on your profile, it will actually send scholarship opportunities to your email that are tailored to your profile. As they add scholarship opportunities all throughout the year, you're going to receive emails when those opportunities apply to your profile.
Pirates inspired a little bit, we think, by the dunks by Brown and then by Gak. Let's take a moment to thank our crew today. Riley Everett is our student in charge of things as the producer. Our director, Nick Stewart. Beyonce Garibaldi is the replay and graphics director. And our camera crew, Luis Leon, John Godbent, Jorge Gonzalez, and Alvaro Alveria. The drive here and the miss will fall into Gak's hands. And the Pirates maybe have stemmed the tide a little bit. We'll see. Time will tell. Bennett. Now the double team comes. Mike joins Hollis on Bennett, and one of them got a foul the way he's reacting. I believe it's Jayton Mike.
That's his third.
3 on him. We have yet to see the return of Noah Porter. Porter, the 22.5 per game scorer, number 15 average in the nation, has 5 points, but he's also got 3 fouls. And now Mike with 3. The point guard, Hollis, has 2. And so troubled times for Matt Glover. Brown working against McGonigal again. Whipping it out, Gak for 3. And an offside rebound to Xavier January and a whistle. Help me with that one. I didn't see it.
I don't know if it was called out of bounds. I think it was off the foot.
I guess it must have been. There's no foul involved. And not a lot of protests, to be honest. Caleb Strite is in for the Pirates, wearing number 3. January on top. This is McKayan Hastings, the backup point guard. 5 is Boone. He drops it down low, trying to find some room, and finding it is January for his first 2 points, a 6'5 sophomore. Bennett's back the other way. Strite, Gak, and Bennett. Brown, he's going to take for 3. And a good job rebounding, especially by January, who had the Pirate closest to him. Gak boxed out well. And the drive, almost like Hollis, but that's McKayan Hastings, his first points.
So both teams out of these timeouts came fired up after each respective timeout.
Strite doesn't shoot much. Hollis on Bennett,
Wow.
and he hit it anyway. Is it going to count? Yes, it will, and he'll get one more.
Bennett's been taking advantage of that mismatch all night.
19 for Bennett now, but just his 4th point in the second half. And now has a chance to add a free throw to his total. I just love the competitiveness that we're seeing from both of these teams. It's wonderful. Bennett hits that one. And Fort Scott will walk it up. Pirates are known for their press game, but this year we haven't seen it as much or as intense. They'll play some pressure, but more of a soft pressure at times. And that'll be a foul as Bennett was trailing Hastings, and Hastings, I think, will go to the line here. Each team has 3 team fouls, but that was on the shot. Bennett's going to get a break for the Pirates, and it's Porter that comes in his stead. At the line is McKayan Hastings, who had 3 against Spoon River yesterday. He averages 7.2 points a game, and from the free throw line, pretty good, 73%.
I believe Porter's in. Yeah, he's first time in the second half that he's entered the game.
He has 2 fouls, so that's interesting.
Noah Porter.
Oh, Noah Porter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, we know he has 3 fouls, and that's been a big story of this game. So mark this in your mind. About 12 and a half minutes left when he came in. Straight. Gack keeps it alive, and then a whistle, and it's going to be out of bounds off Gack. So Dang will head the other way with the rest of the Buccaneers, and Fort Scott has the basketball with 12:27 remaining. Pirates have led most of the way. In fact, I don't know that they've ever trailed in this game. They didn't trail last night. Open is Hastings. Wow. So Hastings drops in a 3 and has 7 points. A 1-point lead for North Central. Porter, the target, but it's intercepted, and here comes Fort Scott. And they lead for the first time.
They've just not gone away all game, making life hard for North Central.
Hollis 11. Gack trying to answer. He's pancaked, and that'll be a foul, and it could well be on Porter. It is.
It's his 4th.
Boy, he has not spent much time on the floor, has he? After he got his 2nd foul, they left him in, and less than a minute later, he had picked up his 3rd, and now he comes in, and less than a minute later, he picks up his 4th. A timeout. The tide has turned a little bit. Fort Scott leads by 1.
North Central Missouri College is a 2-year public community college offering associate degrees and certificate training. We offer a transfer degree for students planning to attend a university in pursuit of a 4-year degree. We also offer associate and applied science degrees and certificate programs which prepare students for employment. North Central Missouri College offers small class sizes with a student-to-instructor ratio of 19:1. We also feature dedicated academic and student services staff who are invested in the success of each student. You are welcome.
And North Central now losing 53-52. They shot a lot of threes tonight, 15 of them, but only made 3. So Fort Scott doing a good job not letting our guards get downhill and making North Central shoot a lot of threes, and they have not had a bunch of success this afternoon.
Over the last 2 games, the Pirates have hit just 7 threes in 40 attempts. So they have not been shooting the 3 well. They went 5 of 23 against Neosho last night, and then against Allen County Wednesday, they were 2 of 17. So you're looking for that shooting percentage around 33% to be effective, and they have not reached that. Gack for the Pirates, trying to tie and give the Pirates a lead perhaps, and he does just that on the tying part.
And I like to see both the Camdens attack more. Bennett has had a lot of success driving tonight in the paint, and Cam Brown has when he's done it.
Gack swings the lead right back to North Central. Mid part of this second half. McKay and Hastings on the floor along with Jaden Hollis, as they have been for the last couple of minutes. Cass Henry. Around the screens comes Hollis. Driving against Brown. Wow. He did it again. He's a dandy. He's something else. 55-54 Greyhounds. Red to Gack against Cass, and the cast of the Greyhounds blocked away underneath there by Devin Boone. Here comes the small point guard, tipped in. They're going to call a goaltender. Up around the rim was January. The refs are talking about it, but I think they've already indicated the basket does not count. There could have been a foul, though, on the original shot. That's what I'm wondering if they're going to call. And then disallow the basket, which came after the foul in that scenario.
So that ball has to come down before another player can tip it in?
Yeah, if the foul is committed on the way up and then that shot hits the rim and is tipped in, obviously it wouldn't count. And that's what they're saying. No basket. There was a foul just before that on the drive, evidently. It's not a shooting foul.
So it wasn't a shooting foul. Okay.
So Pirates maybe dodge a little bit of a bullet there, down by one. And among all of that, the foul is going to be called on whom? On Red. That's 2 on him. Hollis has 10 seconds to set the offense. And over Gack, that was a tough shot. Gack stands, about 6'7", and Hollis at 5'7", so.
Tough to get that over.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Hollis shoot a lot of outside shots either today.
No, he's made all 2-pointers and free throws. Pirates are down by 1. They look to take the lead back. Brown has it knocked away. Another steal by Devin Boone, and they'll foul him on the way in. Now this will be an interesting call. Brown certainly had his arms wrapped around the guy going to the rim, January, but they're going to call it straight and say it's a 2-shot foul. Nothing intentional that they're going to call. Devin Boone was the man, I should say. Boy, hasn't he been tough on that wing defensively? What's that, 2 or 3 steals in the last few minutes?
Who, Boone? Yeah, Boone's been everywhere. We'll take a look.
That's just his 3rd point. Spoon River held him to 2 last night, but he had 10 rebounds, and then he flipped that a couple of days before. He had 10 points and 5 rebounds against Redlands.
And I think Cam Brown, when he got that ball taken away, your eyes, he's trying to go down to Porter. Your eyes kind of lose focus, and then all of a sudden it's taken away.
There he is. 4 points for Boone. Out of the lineup comes Cass Henry. And in is Aaron Levy. So it's the biggest lead of the game for Fort Scott. Pirates are in a tussle here at home as Porter faces off against January. And the foul's going to be against January. That's going to be the 4th foul on Fort Scott. Pirates have committed 6.5. So not a shooting situation yet for either team. And Stride inbounds with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Red nearly lost it. Going to try to make up for it with the twisting turnaround jumper. And here comes Fort Scott. Hastings giving it off, knocked out of bounds, and it belongs to North Central. It comes off the hands of Devin Boone as he tries to penetrate. 6:53 to play. Pirates have led by as many as 11, and Fort Scott now leads by 3. Strite feeding inside, and a whistle And it may have come against January as he was defending a post player, and it is January. Second foul on him. Now the team fouls are even at 5 apiece, so we'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. January is out. Looks like it was Hastings that came in his place. And what do we have here? They're pointing across the floor, and it's going to be a foul on Aaron Levy on the inbound. So the Pirates now go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, he was trying to push through Cam Bennett there to not let him get the ball, and it was an off-ball call.
Jaquan Mike in, and out comes Levy, who picks up his first foul on that last play. And here's Bennett at the line. He has made 6 free throws in this game by my counts. He made 9 of 11 last night. And again, his story is pretty good at the line. (20 points, 22 points for Bennett. Taft handing off to Hollis. Brad knocked it away. Can he save it? He can.
Wow.
Bennett 1-on-2. Wow. 24 for Bennett. Pirates by 1.
How about Red fading away like a quarterback about to get sacked and found Bennett?
Comes up with a big play at a big moment. Nowhere for Boone to go. Outside Taft. He works against Talon Holt. And now inside, driving the lane. Can't put it away. Mike. And a foul's going to be called against Fort Scott. Pirates will walk to the line. Marco Taft to the foul, his third. It'll be James Porter to the line. Good look at James. Cardinal Ritter High School in St. Louis.
He has 9 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he is almost a double-double automatic every game. Can't hit the free throw there. 71% shooter, and Hollis comes free, lays it in for his 15th point.
You see him, then you don't. He's at the rim.
That's a very good way of putting it. 1 point, Fort Scott lead. Inside, Porter off the glass. 6 for him. Boone with the basketball. Talon Holt waits inside the three-point line. Hollis into the hands of Hastings. Now Taft loads it up. And the rebound down to Porter. Pirates by 1 with the basketball. Good pass, Bennett, blocked away from Holt. That was Devin Boone that blocked it. What a play that was.
He's been everywhere on the defensive side of the ball.
Devin isn't necessarily known for his blocking ability. He gets about 1 every 2 games. But that was a pretty one. There's McGonigal. Pirate basketball, 17 to shoot. And another whistle on an inbounds play. Seems like we've had a lot of these. And Marco Taft, I think, has just picked up his 4th.
Both teams are wrestling for inside position and getting a little too handsy.
Porter to the line. This will be still 1-1. Missed the first of a 1-1 a moment ago, but now puts that in for point number 7. James wants to be in the financial world when he's done with basketball in school. Well, we're all counting on him right now.
In my accounting class this semester.
Is he going to make a lot of money someday, you think?
I'm sure.
1 out of 2 for him at that trip down, and it gives North Central a 2-point lead. Aiden Hollis baseline got straight on his backside, and then the follow-up shot no good as Boone took the ball. And now Boone reaches in, and he's going to get called for a foul, it appears. Boone will go to the line, and the Pirates now find themselves in the double bonus. Talon Holtz will be the one at the line, but first we will go to yet another media timeout. Pirates and the Greyhounds, they are battling their way through this game, and it's North Central currently by a pair.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens with their drama-free plot, tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Ethan, I had one of the Spoon River players ask me before their game today about how old is this college? Well, it's 100 years old now. If you haven't heard, this is the centennial of North Central Missouri College. It was originally Trenton Junior College way back when, and we're celebrating our centennial. One of the things going on, pre-sale launches for the North Central Missouri College Historical NCMC/TJC, Trenton Junior College. Centennial book are on sale now. You can buy it pre-sale. So if you buy something pre-sale, it's not really pre-sale. It's something we'll ponder later. The website to check out is the www.ncmissouri.edu site. You think about that one.
I don't know what a pre-sale is, Rick.
Well, if you buy it before, it's before it actually is available for sale, I guess. Pre-sale.
Pre-sale. All right.
Talon Holtz takes the free throw before his second one, and he'll have another one coming up. Double bonus time for North Central. Can get them to go. That could be meaningful here down the stretch as it remains a 2-point lead. Hollis, he's got to be running out of energy at some point.
Wow.
There's McGonigal hitting another one, and that is 4 for him. Miles McGonigal, a 6'1" freshman.
And that one wasn't easy with Grant Red right in his face.
Bennett trying to follow up, and a whistle as that ball was coming off the rim, so it's got to be on the rebounding effort underneath. And they're going to say that it is Cass Henry who picks up the foul, his second. But every time there's a foul on Fort Scott, well, I'd say most of the time, that'll be a 2-shot attempt coming up for the Pirates. And again, it's going to be James Porter who will shoot. He has hit 1 of 3 here in the past moments. Porter now with 8 points. Pirates women's basketball played yesterday, defeated Missouri Valley's reserves 91-46. They're above 500 again, 6-5. And 2 of 2 for James Porter III. Pirates by 1. As Porter's free throws put them back over the edge. Hollis against Strite. No one's been able to contain him yet.
Wow.
Holy cow. He is putting on a show, folks.
He's been fun to watch.
17 for him, but it's more than those points. And Holt with the beauty of a move.
He likes that spin move, and he does it well.
Holt has 6. Hollis again. Drops it underneath for an easy 2. David Boone underneath, and he has 6.
Like you said, a river, everything's flowing through Hollis.
That's exactly right. Down by 1, right across midcourt. Pirates have a 10-game winning streak on the line. Holt going in the corner. And a whistle. It's a foul on North Central. It's going to be on Holt, away from the ball, so the Pirates give it right back. Now they have to dig in on defense a little bit. Each and every trip becomes very important. Hollis goes up against Porter. Outside, Henry. Hollis and Porter again. 3 players around him, and Grant Red steals it and lays it in. Half a dozen for Grant Red, but again, his game is a lot more than scoring. Hollins and Red, or Hollis, excuse me. Baseline against Holt, kicking it to the corner. Bingo. Holy cow, that's J-Twan Mike, his 5th point. They are all shooting it right now. 2-point deficit, North Central, and thrown away by Bennett. He wanted a foul, but none's coming. On the run, Mike inside, and he scores again. 7 points for Mike. With 5 minutes to play, it's a 4-point Fort Scott lead.
And they were just outpacing this North Central team.
Bennett's working. Can't get a real solid screen as Mike stays with him, but there's a foul as Bennett goes in hard. So Bennett to the line one more time. And the foul is charged to Mike, and that is his 4th. And now a technical foul going to be called on the Fort Scott bench and Matt Glover. The referee had his back turned to the coach, so it had to be something that Matt said, I guess, as opposed to coming up and shaking him or grabbing him, which you don't see. So it is on Matt Glover. And so Bennett will have some free throws from the foul along with these free throws. And a turning point perhaps for North Central. Bennett has hit 8 free throws. And now the regular play free throws, if you will. 2 more coming. Bennett is 3 for 3 and has yet to hit the rim.
Yeah, I would like to see him just keep attacking, especially if they're in double bonus. Get him to the line anyway.
And now to tie it. So the technical foul along with the double bonus ties this game back up. Straight intercepts it. The sophomore comes down with a big steal. And Red will lead the offense with 4:35 to play. Grant Red stopping, popping a little bit short. So those legs must be getting a little bit tired. And here's Hastings. McGonigal back to Hastings. Red chases, goes back to McGonigal. Talon Holt is on the quick Hollis, the guard. Long one. High rebound for Holt. And the Pirates can take the lead with 4:05 left. They get the rebound. Should be coming to a media timeout on the next dead ball. Bennett's thinking about that 3. Now he may take it.
Yeah.
Wow. He hits a 3 after hitting the 4 free throws. And again, I don't think he's hit the side of the rim at all on any of those shots.
And all of a sudden, North Central with a little momentum.
Hollis to Hastings. Straight on 3. Henry, no. Race to the basketball. Holt has it. Did he bounce it off his leg? He did. Great play by Talon Holt. .328 to play.
I think he pulled the throw it off the leg move.
Yeah, he definitely did. A timeout here as we are at our final media timeout. It has been a lot of fun. The Pirates up by 3.
Dream is to help kids living on the streets with education.
Charles, what's up, buddy?
Wow, we help. Wow. How you doing? My heart about to jump off my chest, man.
Charles, you ought to be proud, man.
I'm just extremely grateful they were here. That's something that these kids are going to remember for a lifetime.
It's a classic in the classic right now. Very nice game between Fort Scott and North Central. And we were trying to make some research moves, I guess, last night. Well, actually, it was this morning, I'll have to admit. But these teams haven't played each other in recent memory. We couldn't find any record of any contest between Fort Scott's men and North Central. I have a hard time believing they've never played each other, but we couldn't find anything. Talked to Jeremy Esri early this morning. He had never played them, so it's interesting.
Hey.
And maybe we should schedule them more often. This
Yeah,
is fun.
after watching this game, get them on the schedule every year.
Now, the women play Fort Scott on a fairly regular basis, but there was no record anywhere that we could find of a men's matchup. So it has given us all that we could expect. And North Central leads by 3 after the hustle play by Holt to knock the ball off the nearest Greyhound, and Bennett takes over. Holt works against McGonigal of the Greyhounds.
And Noah Porter into the game.
Against James Porter. Straight, trapped, gets it out to Bennett, 11 to shoot. And there's the nice drop-off pass. Porter couldn't do it, and neither could Holt. And now there could be a roughing the quarterback call here. It's going to be a foul against North Central, and the guy in the area for the Pirates was Porter. But they're going to give it to Red, and that is his 3rd. So to the line goes Porter. Porter has been hampered by foul trouble, a 6'7" freshman averaging 22.4 a game, but has just 5 in this game. So this is a big moment, and this is what I think Matt Glover was waiting for, to get this guy in at the end, given the foul trouble he's been in.
And Fort Scott has been right in it without their national leading scorer.
Good touch. He has shot a ton of free throws also. That was his 113th attempt in 12 games. He's made 81 of them. And a foul on the floor. Looks like it'll be against North Central. There's a big call. It's going to be on our Porter, James Porter III.
We've seen a lot of those calls on rebounds. Boxing out. On the box outs, Rick.
3 fouls now on JP3. They call him JMO. Devin Boone, first of the 1-and-1, and an offensive rebound. McGonigal has been a big part of this game, and he gets a big board there. Now Porter loses it to Porter, and the Pirates stand tall on defense. Now let's see if they can hit a shot and take more than a 2-point lead. Bennett floating, Bennett hitting.
And beautiful hesitation by Bennett.
33 for Bennett. He had 39 at Swick a week or so ago. And Hollis goes up. Red had a good piece of the ball, but they're going to call him for the foul regardless. So 4 on Red with 2:28 left. That could be a big issue. And Jaden Hollis to the free throw line, where he's hit 3 times already. He has a total of 17, but he has played his heart out in this game. 61% from the line on the season, at least coming into this game. Taft back in.
Fort Scott only shoots 64% as a team. Missed some free throws on the last trip down and Hollis just missed that one.
1 of 2 makes it a 3-point game. Red handling the ball against Hollis. Porter back to Red. Bennett has been the go-to guy. He's guarded by Marco Taft. Now the 3 on the switch. And tipped, controlled by Devin Boone. And in a 3-point game, Fort Scott can tie it up if they hit a long one. Hollis looking over his options. Going to go into the big scorer, Noah Porter. Porter around James Porter, got it to go, and that's why he is so good. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to see him a lot tonight. It's a 1-point game. Holt going in. He got free and he hit it! A big moment for Talon Holt. Pirates by 3 again, 120 and counting. Boone, Porter v. Porter, McGonigal, Porter again. Hollis, 8 to shoot. Taft lets it fly, and Holt with the rebound.
Well, they're going to slow things down.
Pirates, remember, are in the double bonus, and so is Fort Scott here. And it's a Pirate timeout. North Central will take the timeout. It will be a full timeout as you take a look at the huddle around Jeremy Esley. We'll be back in a moment. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Pentagon Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. A good one in the final game of the men's North Central Missouri College Classic. The women had their own classic in November. And this one's coming down to the wire between the Greyhounds, 5-7, and the Pirates, 10-2. I just love the competition of this. It's been a lot of fun.
It certainly has. I mean, Fort Scott just refuses to go away, but North Central has an answer for all their pushes.
Matt Glover was a professional basketball player after he played D1 basketball. He played at Penn State and also the University of San Francisco, which once upon a time was a power. You've heard of Bill Russell?
Yeah, 11 rings, right?
Yeah, 2 in college at San Francisco. But then he went and played in Europe, in Georgia, and also in Mexico. And right now he's got his team on the brink of possibly upsetting North Central Missouri College. Here's Bennett, though, trying to add to the lead. Boone comes over on Bennett, and they throw it away, or was it tipped out? They're going to say it's thrown away. Bennett trying to go to Porter. Talon Holt still in there for the Pirates, while Gack is on the bench. Also Brown, so it's an interesting lineup. And a timeout going to be taken here by Matt Glover. The Greyhounds have one timeout remaining on the board. I'm not sure if that's the one they just used or if they are out now or still have one. Jeremy Esley has one as well. This is a 30-second timeout. And reminds us to tell you that we have a week or so off before we come back to the doubleheader here at North Central. It'll be a split doubleheader with Neosho, Kansas, again a Jayhawk team, coming in to face the Pirate women who won yesterday against Missouri Valley. And the Pirate men will take on KCK. say it with me, another Jayhawk team.
Jayhawk team.
Yeah, that'll be the nightcap next weekend. 25 and a half seconds. Fort Scott needs a bucket. They would love to have a 3 to tie it. They've got Noah Porter back out there. Hollis will inbound the ball on the sideline, and the Pirates are matched up, but it also kind of, they could throw a zone at them, I guess, if they chose to here, just to change it up.
And McMonagle's been their best shooter this game.
Nope, Strite stays on him. Strite knocked it away, but no harm. 20 seconds to shoot. And Taft lost it. It's touched by the Pirates last. Every Pirate fan wants that call to go for the Red, but 15 seconds left on the Greyhound shot clock. Porter out high, back to Hollis. Let's see what he can do. Gives it to Taft, off balance, and an air ball to Holt. 8 seconds left. The Pirates come up big on defense, and they'll shoot 2 free throws to try to sew it up.
James Porter all over that shot. Wasn't a chance that ball went in.
You know, and I'll go even back a little further. The entire defensive stand, they really gave no daylight at all. And now Holt will have 2. Well, needs to hit this one. Still plenty of time for Fort Scott to get a rebound and score. Now they can rest a little bit more comfortably. They need a 3. They'll take the 2. That's going to take time. There's the 3, and Noah Porter will put it up. But the Pirates survive a test from Fort Scott, 79 to 75. The Pirates have won 11 in a row after an 0-2 start as they knock off the Fort Scott Greyhounds, who fall to 5-8 on the year. When we come back, it's Jeremy Esri coming up in our postgame show.
Scholarships make a big difference in the ability to attend school. Whether you're a first-generation student, a normal matriculating traditional student, or an adult student who sat out or not been to college at all.
Should you have any questions, you can always contact the Financial Aid Office. We're located on the NCMC campus. You can reach us by phone at 660-357-6513, or you can email us at financialaid@mail.ncmissouri.edu.
Scholarships help immensely.
And it seemed there for a moment the world was spinning a little fast here, but that's the kind of close it was as North Central wins at 79-74. They are now 11-2 on the year, and Jeremy Esri looks like he is about ready to go. You have your breath back yet? Because that one took everybody's breath away, Coach.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not breathing yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, take a deep breath.
A lot of sweat rolling.
Yeah, so. you work hard during the game, don't you?
Woo, yeah, yeah. Some would say that. Some would call it something else.
Well, congratulations on the win. Let's
yes,
again start with Fort Scott. Like last night, this was a tough team to beat.
Oh, my. You talk about just a super well-coached team and a super tough team. I thought they out-toughed us for majority of the night and did a lot of really good things, and kudos to our guys for hanging on. But, you know, shout out to Coach Glover and what he's doing over there, and just a very, very hard team, and, yeah, really, really good.
You got off to such a fast start. Cam Bennett got off to a fast start. Then they came back. But it was Cam, I think, down the stretch. He had those 4 free throws, and then he hit, what, a 2 or a 3-pointer after that. Was that, Kenny, in your mind, the turning point of this game?
It was. Hey, Coach Brown. Okay, thank you. That's my 8th grade coach right there.
No
Coach
kidding.
Brown, awesome guy. He must have to leave. He must not want to talk to me too much. Yeah, I think Cam was clutch as usual. I thought, we got that hot start, and maybe not didn't get it content, but at the same time we weren't as good as we should have been. So, but proud of our guys how we hung on.
I was saying to Ethan that I made a mistake in yesterday's postgame. We started talking about Cam Bennett when James Porter had a double-double last night. He was good again today, but Cam kind of did steal the show with 33 by my count.
Yeah, he did. But I thought James was tough on the boards. Talon Holt was big time for us, and just the intangible stuff and everything down the stretch and that big free throw and all that stuff. He was big time for us. So, but yeah, Cam was great and. I thought Grant Red had a good second half, and we'll take it. We'll breathe a sigh of relief, and we'll take it.
You've got Highland coming up Tuesday, right?
Highland at Highland on Tuesday, and they put it to us on the first game of the year, and so we'll have to be better and see what we can do. So proud of our guys. 3 games, 4 days, no joke. Hopefully we can gain a little rest and get back, and maybe not even so much physically as mentally. I think some of these guys are drained and stuff. So
we'll and as are you and us also.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of the weekend.
Hey, thank you, Rick. Happy birthday to my son Aiden.
For sure.
He turns 4. So So you said rest. I don't know if we're gonna get any rest. We're gonna go celebrate Aiden's birthday.
Well, have a piece of cake for me.
So, awesome. We'll do. Thank you guys.
Jeremy Esri with us here in the post-game show. Real quick, would you just mention a couple of the high scorers here, Ethan?
As we mentioned, Cam Bennett, 33 points. And on the other side, Jaden Hollis had a great night with 18 points. And you also saw Noah Porter not get a lot of minutes, but still had 10 points. And then Cam Brown had 7 points, and Talon Holt and Dane Gack had 9 points apiece.
And the Pirates win at 79-75, as you see, and go to 11-2 on the year. Thanks again to our staff. Mention them real quickly: Riley Everett, Nick Stewart, Beyonce Garibaldi, Luis Leon, John Godbout, Jorge Gomez, Olivero Alegria, and you, Ethan Shoup. Thank you for your commentary
tonight.
Rick. I'm Rick Cole, and as always, we say good night for now, and go.
Jolly Roger! Make sail, laddie! Walk up